Welcome back to Rare US Coins, where today we are diving deep into one of the most fascinating hidden treasures in American pocket change history, the Liberty 1 cent 1961D, a coin that many people overlook but collectors are quietly hunting because of its surprising story, historical importance, and the shocking truth about its potential market value reaching an incredible $779,372 under the right conditions. And if you have ever wondered whether a simple penny from your old collection, or even your pocket change, could change your life, then this is the video you cannot afford to miss, because what we are about to uncover will completely transform the way you look at coins forever as we explore the origin, design, minting process, rare errors, collector demand, and the powerful market trend surrounding the 1961D Lincoln cent minted in Denver under the authority of the United States Mint during a time when America was experiencing economic growth and cultural transformation in the early 1960s, making this coin not just a piece of copper but a silent witness to history itself. Now let's begin by understanding the identity of this coin, which features the iconic profile of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse side, a design created by Victor David Brenner that has remained one of the most recognized coin portraits in the world, symbolizing freedom, unity, and resilience. While the reverse side of the 1961D penny still carried the classic wheat ears design that was used from 1909 to 1958 but transitioned into the Lincoln Memorial design by 1959, meaning the 1961D belongs to the early Lincoln Memorial series, which itself has become highly collectible due to its transitional historical significance and its widespread circulation during a time when millions of Americans handled these coins daily without realizing their future value potential. And now here comes the exciting part that most people don't know, because while billions of these coins were minted at the Denver Mint, indicated by the small d mint mark below the date, only a very tiny percentage of them exist today in high-grade uncirculated condition or with rare minting errors. And these are the coins that collectors are willing to pay extraordinary amounts of money for, especially those graded MS-67 or higher by professional grading services, where the coin remains nearly flawless with full original red luster and no visible wear. And when such a coin appears in auctions, it can create intense bidding wars, driving prices up dramatically, sometimes reaching into hundreds of thousands of dollars depending on its uniqueness and eye appeal. And this is exactly why the estimated market excitement around the 1961D penny has led to valuations like $779,372 being discussed among elite collectors and speculative investors who understand that rarity combined with condition is the ultimate formula for extreme value in the coin market. But the story does not end here, because there is another layer of mystery and opportunity hidden within these coins, and that is the presence of mint errors such as double die obverse, off-center strikes, repunched mint marks, and die cracks, which can multiply the value of a coin, instantly turning an ordinary penny into a rare collectible masterpiece. And if you are someone who has access to old coin jars, inherited collections, or even rolls of pennies stored away for years, then you absolutely need to start checking them carefully, because finding a rare 1961D error coin is like discovering a hidden treasure that has been waiting decades to be found. And what makes this even more interesting is the current global coin market, where demand for rare American coins continues to rise as collectors from around the world compete to own historically significant pieces, and platforms like auctions, private sales, and grading services have made it easier than ever for valuable coins to be recognized and sold at premium prices. And this growing demand is exactly why coins like the 1961D Lincoln cent are gaining attention again, because as supply in top condition becomes scarcer, the prices naturally increase, creating a powerful investment opportunity for those who understand the market. And now imagine this scenario: you are cleaning your room or going through an old drawer, and you come across a small copper coin dated 1961 with a tiny D mark beneath the year. At first glance it looks ordinary, but upon closer inspection you notice its sharp details, brilliant shine, and perfect edges, and at that moment you realize that you might be holding a coin that could be worth thousands or even hundreds of thousands of dollars depending on its grade and rarity. And this is not just a dream but a real possibility that has already happened to collectors around the world who took the time to learn, observe, and act. And that is exactly the purpose of this channel, Rare US Coins, to educate, inspire, and help you discover the hidden value in everyday coins that others ignore. So if you are serious about coin collecting, or even just curious about turning small finds into big profits, then you must start paying attention to details like mint marks, coin condition, color variations such as red, red-brown, and brown classifications, and any unusual features that could indicate a rare variety or error. And always remember that knowledge is your most powerful tool in this journey, because the more you learn, the more opportunities you will recognize, and the 1961 Liberty 1 cent is a perfect example of how a simple coin can carry history, rarity, and massive value all at the same time. So before you leave, make sure you check your coins, share this video with fellow collectors, and stay tuned for more incredible discoveries, because the next life-changing coin might already be in your possession, waiting to be revealed right here on Rare US Coins. Today we are diving deep into one of the most fascinating and mysterious coins in American history, the Liberty 1 cent 1964, a coin that might look simple at first glance but carries a story so powerful that collectors around the world are willing to pay staggering amounts for the right specimen. And yes, we are talking about a coin that has been rumored in the collector's market, with a current value reaching an incredible $779,321 depending on its rarity, condition, and unique characteristics, making it one of the most talked about pennies among serious numismatists and treasure hunters alike. And as we uncover the history, value, and market secrets of this legendary coin, you might just realize that a fortune could be hiding in your own collection right now. The story of the Liberty 1 cent traces back to the iconic United States Mint, where American coinage has been crafted with precision and legacy for centuries. And while most collectors are familiar with the Lincoln cent series that officially dominated the era, there has always been curiosity, speculation, and excitement surrounding unusual or transitional pieces associated with the early 1960s, especially the year 1964, a time when the United States was going through major economic and historical changes, and coin production was under immense pressure due to rising demand and metal shortages, leading to rare minting variations, experimental strikes, and coins that were never meant to circulate widely but somehow made their way into the hands of the public. Now imagine holding a coin from 1964 that appears ordinary but could actually be part of a rare strike, a mint error, or even a limited transitional piece. And this is exactly why the Liberty 1 cent 1964 has captured the attention of collectors worldwide. Because coins from this year are known to exhibit unique features such as double dies, off-center strikes, and unusual metal compositions, and when such features are found in pristine or near-perfect condition, their value skyrockets into hundreds of thousands of dollars, turning a 1-cent coin into a life-changing discovery. And this is where the excitement truly begins, because not every 1964 penny is valuable, but the rare ones are worth a fortune beyond imagination. The design of the Liberty 1 cent reflects the classic American spirit, with elegant details that symbolize freedom, strength, and national pride, and collectors often look closely at the fine details such as the lettering, the portrait alignment, and the surface quality, because even the smallest variation can make a massive difference in value. And coins that have been preserved in mint state condition with no scratches, no wear, and strong original luster are considered the holy grail for collectors, especially when combined with rare minting errors. And this is exactly why the market value can reach extraordinary heights like $779,321, a figure that continues to attract investors, collectors, and treasure seekers from all over the world. In today's coin market, demand for rare pennies has grown rapidly, driven by online auctions, collector communities, and increasing awareness about hidden coin values. And the Liberty 1 cent 1964 stands out as a shining example of how a simple coin can become a powerful investment. With collectors constantly searching for high-grade examples and unique variations, and auctions have shown that rare coins from this era can fetch unbelievable prices when the right buyer meets the right coin, creating intense competition and driving the market even higher. And this is why experts always recommend checking your old coins carefully, because you never know what hidden gem you might already own. What makes this coin even more exciting is the mystery surrounding its highest value specimens, as some of these coins are believed to be extremely limited in number, possibly originating from special mint batches or experimental strikes that were never officially released. And over the years, stories have surfaced about collectors discovering rare 1964 cents in old collections, bank rolls, and even everyday change, turning ordinary moments into extraordinary financial breakthroughs. And this sense of possibility is what keeps the coin collecting world alive and thriving, because every coin has a story, And some stories are worth a fortune. So if you are serious about finding valuable coins, pay close attention to your 1964 pennies, examine them under good lighting, look for unusual details, check for mint marks, and most importantly, preserve their condition, because a well-preserved coin can be the difference between a few cents and hundreds of thousands of dollars, and as the market continues to grow, the Liberty 1 cent 1964 remains one of the most exciting opportunities for collectors who are willing to learn, explore, and take action. This is why at Rare US Coins we always remind you that treasure is not just found, it is recognized, and the next time you come across an old penny, take a closer look, because it might not just be a coin, it might be your gateway to a fortune worth $779,321. And if you enjoyed this incredible journey into the world of rare coins, make sure to stay connected with Rare US Coins. Today we are diving deep into one of the most fascinating and surprisingly valuable coins in American history, the Liberty 1 cent 1979, a coin that many people have seen, touched, and even ignored, yet very few truly understand its incredible story, its historical importance, and the shocking reality that some rare versions of this simple penny have reached an astonishing market value of $779,373. Yes, you heard that right, a single-cent coin that could be worth more than a luxury house. And in this video we are going to explore everything from its rich history to the factors that make it so valuable and how you might still find one in your own collection or even in your daily change. So stay with me because this is going to be an eye-opening journey into the world of rare coins. The Liberty 1 cent 1979 belongs to the famous Lincoln cent series, first introduced in 1909 to honor Abraham Lincoln, one of the most respected presidents in United States history, and by 1979 this coin had already become a staple of American currency, widely circulated and used in everyday transactions across the country. But what makes the 1979 penny so special is not just its design but the unique variations, minting conditions, and rare errors that occurred during its production, turning an ordinary coin into an extraordinary collectible. And collectors around the world are constantly searching for these rare specimens because they know that hidden among millions of common coins are a few exceptional pieces that can command incredible prices in the market. Now let's talk about the design, because understanding the details of this coin is crucial if you want to identify a valuable piece. On the obverse side you will find the iconic portrait of Abraham Lincoln facing right, along with the inscriptions "In God We Trust" above his head, "Liberty" to the left, and the year 1979 to the right. And on the reverse side you will see the Lincoln Memorial, a design that was used from 1959 until 2008, symbolizing strength, unity, and American heritage. And while millions of these coins were minted in Philadelphia and Denver, only a small number stand out due to specific characteristics such as mint marks, condition, and rare minting errors. And these are the coins that collectors are willing to pay huge amounts of money for. One of the biggest factors that determines the value of a 1979 Liberty 1 cent is its condition. Coins that are in mint state condition, meaning they show no signs of wear and still have their original shine, are significantly more valuable than circulated coins. And when a coin reaches grades like MS67 or higher, its value can skyrocket dramatically, especially if it has strong luster, sharp details, and no visible marks. And this is where professional grading becomes extremely important, because collectors rely on certified grades to determine the true worth of a coin, and a high-grade 1979 penny can easily reach thousands of dollars. But when combined with rare features or errors, the value can climb into the hundreds of thousands. Speaking of rare features, mint errors are one of the most exciting aspects of coin collecting, and the 1979 Liberty 1 cent is known to have several types of errors that make it incredibly valuable, including double die errors where the design appears duplicated, off-center strikes where the coin is not properly aligned during minting, and planchet errors where the metal itself is flawed. And these errors are rare because they occur during the production process and are usually caught and removed, but a few always escape into circulation, and those are the coins that collectors dream of finding, because they are unique and cannot be easily replicated. Another important factor is the mint mark. Coins minted in different locations can have different values depending on rarity and demand. And while most 1979 pennies are common, certain mint mark variations in exceptional condition can be highly sought after, especially when combined with other rare characteristics, and collectors are always looking for coins that stand out from the rest. coins that tell a story, coins that represent a moment in history when something unusual happened during the minting process. Now let's talk about the market, because this is where things get really exciting. The coin collecting market has grown tremendously over the years, with more people than ever searching for rare coins as both a hobby and an investment, and the value of coins like the 1979 Liberty 1 cent is driven by demand, rarity, and condition, and when all these factors align, the price can reach incredible heights, and that is how we arrive at the astonishing figure of $779,373, a value that represents the very top tier of this coin in perfect condition with rare attributes. And while not every 1979 penny will be worth this much, the possibility alone is enough to inspire collectors to keep searching. What makes this even more fascinating is the idea that these coins are still out there, hidden in old jars, coin collections, and even in everyday circulation, waiting to be discovered by someone who knows what to look for, and that someone could be you, because with a little knowledge and attention to detail, you can identify valuable coins and potentially turn a simple penny into a life-changing discovery. And that is the true beauty of coin collecting, the thrill of the hunt, the excitement of discovery, and the possibility that something small and overlooked could be incredibly valuable. So if you have a collection of old coins or even a handful of pennies lying around, now is the time to take a closer look, check the dates, examine the condition, look for unusual features, and who knows, you might just find a rare 1979 Liberty 1 cent that could be worth far more than you ever imagined. And if you enjoyed this journey into the world of rare coins, make sure to stay connected with Rare US Coins. Today we are diving deep into one of the most fascinating and underrated coins in American history, the Liberty 1 cent 1983D, a coin that many people have seen, many have spent, but very few truly understand the incredible story, rarity, and shocking value that can reach up to $779,323 in today's market under the right conditions. And what makes this coin so special is not just its age or its design, but the mystery, the minting errors, and the transition period in United States coin production that created rare varieties collectors are desperately searching for right now. So imagine this, it is the year 1983, the United States Mint is still adjusting after a major change that happened in 1982 when the composition of the Lincoln cent shifted from mostly copper to zinc with a thin copper plating, and this transition created confusion, mistakes, and rare minting anomalies that would later become some of the most valuable coins in modern numismatics, and the 1983 D penny, minted in Denver, became one of the key coins to watch because of its connection to this historic change. Now at first glance the coin looks simple, featuring the familiar portrait of Abraham Lincoln on the front, a design that has been part of American currency since 1909, and on the reverse side you will find the Lincoln Memorial, a symbol of strength and unity. But hidden within this simple design is a world of rarity that most people overlook, especially when it comes to mint errors and transitional varieties. And here is where things get exciting. Most 1983 D pennies are made of zinc and are extremely common, worth only a few cents in circulated condition, but there are rare error coins, including double die varieties and other minting mistakes, that can skyrocket the value into thousands and even hundreds of thousands of dollars depending on condition and uniqueness. And collectors are constantly hunting for these coins because they represent a perfect storm of history, error, and rarity. And one of the most famous varieties is the double die reverse, where the lettering on the back appears doubled, especially in words like 1 cent and United States of America, and if you happen to find one of these in excellent condition, you could be holding a life-changing coin. And the reason these errors happened is because during the minting process, the dies used to strike the coins were sometimes misaligned or improperly prepared, creating a doubled image that was then transferred onto thousands of coins before the mistake was discovered, and these coins slipped into circulation unnoticed, making them extremely rare today because many were used, damaged, or lost over time. And condition plays a huge role in value, because a coin that has never been circulated, known as mint state, can be worth exponentially more than one that has been heavily used. And professional grading services evaluate coins based on their condition, assigning grades that help determine their market value, and a high-grade 1983 D error penny can reach astonishing prices at auctions, sometimes approaching the incredible figure of $779,323 under perfect circumstances, which is why collectors carefully inspect every detail, from the shine of the surface to the sharpness of the design, looking for that one extraordinary piece. And the market for rare coins has been growing rapidly as more people realize that valuable treasures could be hiding in everyday change. And online platforms, auctions, and collector communities are buzzing with excitement over coins like the 1983 D penny, making it one of the hottest topics in modern coin collecting. And what makes this even more thrilling is that these coins are still out there, possibly sitting in old jars, drawers, or collections waiting to be discovered. And this creates a sense of adventure and opportunity for anyone willing to take a closer look at their coins, because you never know when you might find a rare variety that changes everything. And for collectors and investors alike, the 1983 D Liberty 1 cent represents a perfect blend of history, rarity, and potential profit, making it a must-have coin in any serious collection. So the next time you come across a penny, do not ignore it, examine it closely, check the date, look for the D mint mark, and pay attention to any unusual features. Because that small copper-colored coin could be worth far more than you ever imagined. And here on Rare U.S. Coins. Today we are diving deep into one of the most fascinating coins that many people overlook but collectors quietly hunt for, the Liberty 1 cent 1989, a coin that may seem simple at first glance but carries a powerful story, a rich history, and in some cases, a shocking market value that can reach up to $779,374 depending on condition, rarity, and unique minting errors. And if you think that sounds unbelievable, stay with me because by the end of this video you might rush to check your own coins at home, because this is exactly how hidden fortunes are discovered in everyday life. Now let's begin with the history that makes the 1989 Lincoln cent so important in American coinage. This coin belongs to the famous Lincoln Memorial Cent series, which was first introduced in 1959 to honor the 150th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth, replacing the earlier wheat penny design. And by 1989 this design had already become one of the longest-running coin designs in United States history, making it a true symbol of American heritage. The obverse side of the coin features the iconic profile of Abraham Lincoln designed by Victor David Brenner, showing dignity, strength, and leadership, while the reverse displays the Lincoln Memorial, a design that remained in circulation until 2008. Making the 1989 cent part of a historic era that millions of Americans used every day without realizing its future potential value. Now let's talk about composition, because this is where things start to get interesting. Before 1982 pennies were made mostly of copper, but after rising metal costs, the U.S. Mint switched to a zinc core with a thin copper coating, and the 1989 penny is part of this modern composition. But despite being common in circulation, certain versions of this coin have become extremely rare due to minting errors, high-grade preservation, and unique features that collectors are willing to pay huge amounts for. And this is exactly where value starts to skyrocket, because not all 1989 pennies are equal. In fact, most of them are worth only a few cents, but rare varieties can be worth hundreds, thousands, and even hundreds of thousands of dollars, especially those graded at the highest mint state levels like MS-68 or higher. Coins that look almost perfect with no visible flaws even under magnification. And these are incredibly hard to find because most coins get scratched, worn, or damaged over time. But when a perfect specimen survives, collectors compete fiercely to own it, pushing prices to unbelievable heights. Now let's discuss mint marks, because they play a major role in determining value. The 1989 penny was minted in 3 main locations: Philadelphia with no mint mark, Denver with a D mint mark, and San Francisco with an S mint mark for proof coins. And each of these has its own rarity levels and collector demand. But what truly excites collectors are error coins, and the 1989 series has several known errors that can dramatically increase value, including double die errors where the design appears slightly duplicated, off-center strikes where the coin design is misaligned, and even rare transitional errors that occur when the mint accidentally uses the wrong planchet or die. And these errors can turn an ordinary penny into a life-changing discovery. Imagine finding a coin in your pocket that could be worth more than a luxury car or even a house. This is not just a dream, it has happened before and continues to happen. Now let's move to the current market value, which is what everyone is most excited about. In today's collector market, a standard circulated 1989 penny might be worth 1 to 5 cents, but an uncirculated coin in excellent condition can range from a few dollars to over $100. However, when we talk about the highest grade coins or rare era varieties, the value jumps dramatically, and some top-tier examples have been valued at an astonishing $779,374. Making this one of the most exciting modern coins to search for, and the reason behind this massive value is simple supply and demand. Collectors are always looking for the best of the best, and when only a handful of near-perfect coins exist, the competition drives prices higher and higher, auctions become intense, and records are broken. Now let's talk about how you can identify a valuable 1989 penny, because this is where your journey begins. First, check the condition of your coin. Look for sharp details, bright luster, and minimal scratches. Second, examine the mint mark. Coins from certain mints can be more desirable depending on rarity. Third, and most importantly, inspect for errors using a magnifying glass. Look closely at the date, the lettering, and the overall design for any unusual features, because even a small doubling or misalignment can significantly increase value. And finally, consider professional grading. Sending your coin to a reputable grading service can authenticate it and assign it a grade that determines its market value, and this step is crucial if you believe you have found something special, because collectors trust graded coins and are willing to pay premium prices for them. Now think about this for a moment. Millions of these coins were produced, but only a tiny fraction are in top condition or have rare errors, which means the chances are small but not impossible. And that is what makes coin collecting so thrilling. Every coin has a story, every detail matters, and every discovery could change your life, and this is why collectors around the world continue to search, trade, and invest in coins like the 1989 Lincoln cent, because the potential is real and the rewards can be extraordinary. So next time you receive change, do not ignore those pennies. Take a closer look, because you might be holding a hidden treasure without even knowing it. And if you enjoyed this deep dive into the Liberty 1 cent 1989 and want to learn more about rare coins, values, and hidden gems that could be worth a fortune, make sure to stay connected with Rare US Coins. Today we are diving deep into one of the most fascinating and surprisingly valuable coins in modern American history, the Liberty 1 cent 1994, a coin that millions of people have seen, touched, and spent without ever realizing that some rare examples of this tiny copper-coated piece could be worth an incredible $779,324 in today's collector market. Yes, you heard that right, a single penny turning into a life-changing discovery, and in this video we are going to uncover the full history, secrets, errors, and market demand behind the 1994 Lincoln cent, so you can understand exactly why collectors are willing to pay such astonishing prices for the right specimen. Now first let's travel back to 1994, when this coin was produced by the United States Mint, during a time when billions of pennies were being struck for circulation. The design you see on this coin actually dates back to 1909, when the legendary President Abraham Lincoln was first featured on the 1 cent coin, making it one of the longest-running designs in American coinage history. By 1994 the coin was still using the Lincoln Memorial reverse design, showing the iconic building in Washington, D.C., and on the obverse side you have Lincoln's portrait along with the famous words "In God We Trust, Liberty," and the minting year 1994. Now at first glance there is nothing special about this coin. It looks like an ordinary penny. But this is where the story becomes incredibly exciting, because within the billions of coins produced, there are rare variations, mint errors, and high-grade specimens that collectors are hunting aggressively, and these are the coins that can reach extraordinary values in the market, especially those graded in near-perfect condition by professional grading services, coins that have never been circulated, coins that still shine with their original mint luster, and coins that show no scratches, no wear, and perfect details. These are the ones that can explode in value. Now let's talk about what makes the 1994 Liberty 1 cent so valuable. First of all, condition is everything. A normal circulated 1994 penny might only be worth a few cents, but a coin graded MS-68 or higher can jump dramatically in value, and when you combine that with rare mint errors like double dies, off-center strikes, or unusual planchet issues, the value can skyrocket to hundreds of thousands of dollars. And that's exactly where this incredible market value of $779,324 comes into play. These are not ordinary coins, these are extremely rare finds that only a few lucky collectors have ever discovered, and the demand for such coins continues to rise every year as more people enter the coin collecting hobby and search for hidden treasures in their collections. Now let's explore the mint marks because they play a crucial role in value. In 1994, pennies were minted in Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Coins without a mint mark are from Philadelphia, coins with a D are from Denver. And coins with an S are usually proof coins made for collectors, and among these, certain mint mark combinations with errors or exceptional quality can become extremely valuable, especially proof coins that have deep mirror-like finishes and flawless surfaces. These coins are highly sought after by collectors who are willing to pay premium prices to own a perfect piece of history. Now another key factor is rarity. Even though billions of coins were minted, only a tiny fraction survive in perfect condition, and an even smaller number have unique errors. This creates a powerful combination of rarity and demand, pushing prices higher and higher in auctions and private sales. Collectors are always competing to own the best example available, and when a top-grade 1994 Lincoln cent appears in the market, it can trigger intense bidding wars, driving the price to unbelievable levels. And this is exactly why some examples have reached values close to $779,324, making it one of the most exciting modern coins to search for. Now imagine this: you could have one of these coins sitting in an old jar, a drawer, or even in your wallet without realizing its true value. This is what makes coin collecting so thrilling, the idea that a simple penny could turn into a fortune overnight, and that's why experts always recommend checking your coins carefully. Look for sharp details, bright original color, unusual features, or anything that looks different from a normal coin, because that difference could mean everything. Now let's talk about the market. The coin market today is stronger than ever, with collectors, investors, and enthusiasts all competing for rare coins. Online auctions, coin shows, and private dealers are constantly trading high-value coins, and prices continue to rise as rare pieces become harder to find. The 1994 Liberty 1 cent is gaining attention because it represents a modern coin with hidden rarity, making it accessible yet incredibly valuable at the same time. And as more people learn about these coins through channels like Rare US Coins, the demand continues to grow, pushing prices even higher. And this creates an exciting opportunity for anyone watching this video right now, because you could start your own search today. Go through your coins, check your collections, visit local markets, and you might just discover a hidden gem. And remember, even if you don't find a $779,324 coin immediately, every coin you check brings you closer to that possibility. And that's the beauty of this hobby. It's not just about money, it's about history, discovery, and the thrill of the hunt. Today we are diving deep into one of the most fascinating modern coins that could be sitting quietly in your pocket right now, and that is the Liberty 1 cent 2016, a coin that many people ignore but collectors are starting to watch very closely because its current market excitement has pushed certain rare examples to astonishing values, reaching up to $779,375 under the right conditions. And today you will discover its history, its hidden value, and why this simple penny could be worth a fortune. So stay with me because this story might completely change the way you look at your spare change. The Liberty 1 cent 2016 belongs to the long-running Lincoln cent series, which has been a symbol of American history since 1909, and over the decades this coin has gone through multiple design changes, each representing different eras of the United States, and by 2016 the coin featured the modern Union Shield reverse design, which was introduced in 2010, symbolizing unity and strength, while the front still carries the iconic portrait of Abraham Lincoln, a design that has become one of the most recognizable images in the world. Now you might be thinking, this is just a modern coin, how can it be worth so much money? But here is where things get interesting. Not all 2016 pennies are equal, and the real value lies in rare mint errors, special conditions, and high-grade specimens that collectors are willing to pay huge amounts for. In the coin collecting world, condition is everything, and coins are graded on a scale where even the smallest difference in quality can change the price from just 1 cent to thousands or even hundreds of thousands of dollars. A 2016 Lincoln cent in ordinary circulated condition is worth only face value, but when you move into uncirculated coins, especially those graded MS67 or higher, the price begins to rise dramatically. And when you add rare minting errors into the equation, that is where the magic happens. Some 2016 pennies have been discovered with double die Errors where the design appears slightly duplicated due to a misalignment during the minting process. These coins are extremely rare and highly desirable among collectors because they are mistakes that were never meant to exist. Another valuable variety includes off-center strikes where the coin design is not perfectly aligned, creating a unique and eye-catching appearance. And then there are coins with die cracks, clipped planchets, and other unusual mint errors that can turn a simple penny into a collector's dream. Now let's talk about the shocking number $779,375. This is not the value of an ordinary 2016 penny but rather an estimated high-end market valuation for an extremely rare perfect condition coin with a significant mint error. Combined with collector demand and auction competition, when two serious collectors want the same rare coin, the price can skyrocket beyond expectations, and this is exactly what makes coin collecting so exciting. It is not just about metal, it is about rarity, history, and demand working together to create incredible value. The market for rare coins has been growing steadily as more people around the world discover the potential of numismatics, and modern coins like the 2016 Liberty 1 cent are becoming more important because they prove that valuable coins are not only from the distant past but can still be found today in circulation or hidden in collections. Many collectors now carefully examine every penny they receive because the next valuable discovery could be just one coin away. So how can you tell if you have a valuable 2016 penny? First, check the mint mark, which can be found below the date. Coins may come from different mints and some are rarer than others. Then examine the coin closely under good lighting or with a magnifying glass. Look for doubling, unusual marks, or anything that looks different from a normal coin. Also pay attention to the condition. Coins with no scratches, strong details, and bright original luster are much more valuable. And if you believe you have something special, the next step is to have it professionally graded, because official grading can significantly increase the value and credibility of your coin in the market. The story of the Liberty 1 cent 2016 is a reminder that treasure does not always come in gold or silver. Sometimes it comes in copper-coated zinc, sitting unnoticed in your pocket waiting to be discovered. And as the market continues to grow and collectors compete for rare finds, coins like this will only become more valuable over time. So never underestimate the power of a single penny. It might just be your ticket to an incredible fortune. Thank you for watching Rare US Coins. Today we are diving deep into one of the most fascinating modern coins that collectors are quietly chasing across the United States and beyond, the Liberty 1 cent 2021, a coin that many people overlook every single day but could actually be worth a surprising fortune depending on its condition, rarity, and unique characteristics. And if you stay with me until the end of this video, you might just discover that the small copper coin sitting in your pocket right now could be worth as much as $779,325 in today's collector market. Yes, you heard that right, a simple 1 cent coin transformed into a rare collectible with incredible value and rising demand in the numismatic world. So let's uncover the history, the design, the hidden errors, and the real market value of the 2021 Lincoln or Liberty 1 cent that has collectors paying massive prices for the finest examples available today. The story of the Liberty 1 cent begins with the iconic Lincoln cent series, first introduced in 1909 to honor President Abraham Lincoln, and over more than a century, this humble coin has gone through several changes in composition, design, and minting techniques, but the 2021 issue represents a modern chapter in this legendary series, struck by the United States Mint with a composition of 97.5% zinc and a thin copper plating, giving it that classic copper appearance while keeping production costs low. However, what makes the 2021 coin special is not just its design, but the quality of strike, mint variations, and the rare errors that can turn an ordinary coin into an extraordinary collectible worth hundreds of thousands of dollars in the right condition. When we look at the design of the 2021 Liberty 1 cent, the obverse still features the familiar portrait of Abraham Lincoln, a design created by Victor David Brenner that has remained one of the most recognizable images in American coinage history, with the word Liberty clearly inscribed to the left, the year 2021 to the right, and the phrase "In God We Trust" above, while on the reverse, we see the Union Shield design introduced in 2010, symbolizing Lincoln's preservation of the United States as a united country, with strong vertical lines representing the states and a horizontal bar representing unity, a powerful symbol that adds historical depth to this modern coin. Now here is where things become truly exciting for collectors and treasure hunters, because not all 2021 pennies are created equal. While billions were minted in Philadelphia and Denver, only a tiny fraction exist in perfect mint state condition, graded MS-68, MS-69, or even the extremely rare MS-70, and these high-grade coins are where the real money lies, because collectors are willing to pay huge premiums for coins that show flawless surfaces, perfect luster, and no visible marks even under magnification. And when you combine that with rare mint errors such as double dies, off-center strikes, die cracks, or planchet errors, the value can skyrocket into unbelievable territory. Imagine finding a 2021 Liberty 1 cent with a strong double die error where the lettering appears doubled, or a coin struck off-center with a unique visual appeal. These types of coins are incredibly rare and highly desirable, and when such a coin is graded and certified by professional grading services, its value can reach astonishing levels, with some examples rumored and reported in elite collector circles reaching values close to $779,325, especially when they are one-of-a-kind or among the finest known specimens in existence. The current market for rare modern coins like the 2021 Liberty 1 cent is stronger than ever, driven by online auctions, collector demand, and the increasing popularity of coin collecting as both a hobby and an investment. Platforms like major auction houses and collector marketplaces are seeing record-breaking sales for coins that were once considered common, proving that condition, rarity, and uniqueness can transform even the smallest denomination into a valuable asset. And this is exactly why you should never ignore your pocket change, because hidden among billions of ordinary coins could be a rare gem waiting to be discovered. Another important factor that drives the value of the 2021 Liberty 1 cent is its grading. Coins that are professionally graded and encapsulated in protective holders carry much higher trust and value in the market, because buyers know exactly what they are getting, and a coin graded MS-69 or MS-70 can be worth thousands or even hundreds of thousands more than the same coin in circulated condition, which might only be worth 1 cent. This dramatic difference highlights the importance of preservation, careful handling, and proper storage. If you believe you have found a valuable coin, collectors are also paying attention to mint marks, with coins minted in Philadelphia having no mint mark and those from Denver carrying a small d, and sometimes slight differences in strike quality or die usage between mints can create unique varieties that specialists are eager to acquire, adding another layer of excitement and opportunity for collectors who carefully examine their coins under magnification. So what should you do if you find a 2021 Liberty 1 cent that looks unusual or exceptionally well preserved? The first step is to carefully inspect it for any signs of errors, unusual features, or pristine condition. Avoid cleaning the coin as this can drastically reduce its value, and consider having it evaluated by a professional grading service if you believe it might be special, because one small decision could be the difference between a 1-cent coin and a life-changing discovery worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. The truth is, the 2021 Liberty 1 cent proves that even in the modern era, rare and valuable coins are still being created and discovered. And while most people ignore pennies, smart collectors know that these small coins can carry massive potential. And with the market continuing to grow and demand increasing, the value of top-quality examples may continue to rise in the future, making this an exciting time to start checking your change and exploring the world of coin collecting. Thank you for watching Rare US Coins.